Hello! The purpose of this recording is to discuss about Level 3 projects and what they are. As you know, Level 3 projects are a way to show you that you clearly understand an earth science process that you've learned this particular semester. And as everyone is a composite of different intelligences, these Level 3 projects are utilizing your different intelligences, such as spatial, linguistic, interpersonal, artistic, naturalistic. Those are just a few of the ways for you to express your knowledge about a unit learning goal. So what do you have to do? If you can evaluate if you have not passed a unit test and you need another option to get the points necessary to pass a particular unit. So the first thing you have to do is choose a rubric and a project. The rubrics are guidelines of how to create a board game, a children's book, a short story, a comic strip, or create a model about a particular learning goal. Well, what's a learning goal? Learning goals are listed under each unit, and they're the topics that we learn and discuss. For instance, in Unit 1, which is about weather and climate, all of our tabs under the main unit are our learning goals. For instance, climate versus weather, what influences the weather, the greenhouse effect, green effect analysis, and climate change patterns. These are all learning goals for Unit 1. So each unit lists all the learning goals for each unit. Let's say, for instance, that you have not successfully passed and have completed all the material for Unit 2, and you are very interested in Unit 2 and the oceans of the world and seawater properties. Let's talk about what else you need to do. When you've identified what unit that you need to complete a project for and what type of project you'd like to do, you want to read the directions on the rubric and then carefully follow the directions. A few points to ponder. If you do create a model, you have to take a photograph of you, wonderful you, holding up your creative genius. It can't just be your hands. This is to document that it's your original work. If you create a board game, a children's book, or a comic strip, you have to scan it and submit it in a PowerPoint, or if you choose, I'm going to give you an example of a student who scanned it, a short story that she wrote on the atmosphere, and put it into a PDF file for me to grade. Here's an example of a children's book. Where she followed the rubric. Let's look at a guideline for the short story children's book. So let's just say, for instance, that you wanted to write a short story on Unit 2. So here's our rubric for the children's book. So the first portion, and this is how you're graded: excellent, good, okay, lacking, and missing. This is where you get your score. First of all, the content of your children's book thoroughly covers one learning goal or touches upon all 5. Now, I just wanted to point out that sometimes there are more or all the learning goals. Some have more than 5. The appearance of your children's book is bound to look like it's a book with the pages being made of different material than the cover. The book has at least 10 pages in addition to a title page that contains your name, the author's name, the date, and the dedication, whoever you're dedicating your book to. The cover should display the title of the book and a picture. Now, the illustrations on each page, remember there's 10 pages total, are found on every page. They may be drawn, they can be computer generated, or cut out of magazines. They show attention to detail, it's carefully done, and the text on each page goes along with the picture. And it must be in color. Your wording is original and typed. It's found on every page, and you must include 20 underlined vocabulary terms, unit vocabulary terms that are relevant to the learning goals that you're using. Now you're saying, well, Ms. Goldberry, where am I going to find my vocabulary, my essential vocabulary? That's very simple. Let me show you the 2 places you can find your essential vocabulary. In your OLS, underneath your unit, remember at the top of your unit, you have your unit resources. So again, saying that you are doing a project on Unit 2, you click on Unit 2 resources, keywords, and that pulls up the list of the vocabulary for this particular unit. Another place also is in your Document Share tab. Here are the list of your vocabulary words for Unit 2. And again, essential vocabulary list that we've created under your Document Share tab, where the rubrics are listed also. And here's your Unit 2 essential vocabulary. Again, under Unit 2 resources or underneath your Document Share tab. The last part of your project is a summary. Now the summary has to be typed and explains your target age group for your project. It talks about your goals that you had, and you summarize the information about your learning goals, why you chose this project, where you got your information, and you need to state specifically the information you think that you are going to remember from writing this book or doing this project. The summary has to be 1 page in length, and it can be double spaced. These level 3 projects are an excellent way for you to illustrate your knowledge of the particular unit rather than taking an examination. The unit learning goals are also listed on the handout Level 3 Supplementary Project Guidelines. I hope that you enjoy this project and that you'll consider it to show your knowledge about earth science.